the death of Saint Anthony of Padua. How did Saint Anthony of Padua die? This was the question asked to me by one of the devotees. One can say that wonder worker Saint Anthony died from fatigue on account of his strenuous and unceasing efforts to preach the Word of God. The constant preaching of the Word of God led him to make many grueling and debilitating journeys around Europe. Anthony's journeys were always undertaken on foot, sometimes under a sweltering sun or during frosty winter days. In addition, Anthony often imposed harsh penance on his body, like fasts and vigils, and these weakened his health. Back in Padua in 1231, Anthony preached his last and most famous Lenten sermons. Thereafter, he was so worn out that he could barely stand up. He was in a friary about 25 kilometers north of Padua. On June 13, 1231, he became aware that he was very close to dying. He asked to be taken back to Padua to die in the company of his Franciscan brothers in the small church of Santa Maria Mater Domini. He was laid on an ox-drawn cart for the bumpy ride back to Padua. This slowly became a procession as people from the surrounding villages began to follow the cart. St. Anthony was already very weak, and as the friars who were accompanying him approached the monastery of Beauclercs in Arcella, a town close to Padua, they decided that it would be best to take him there. The saint remained wide awake to the last and expressed his desire to lay on the bare earth just like St. Francis of Assisi did. He also asked that his favorite Marian hymn, O Gloriosa Domina, be sung. The friars noticed that he was gazing attentively at something, and so they asked him what he saw. He responded, I see my Lord, and died in peace. And he was only 36 years old and had been a Franciscan friar for only 10 years. The friars tried to keep St. Anthony's death a secret, but immediately people were seen running through the streets of Padua, calling out, the saint is dead, the friar is dead, Anthony is dead.
Wishing you all a happy feast of Saint Anthony of Padua. May he intercede on behalf of all our prayers and intentions. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more videos on Saint Anthony of Padua.